Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Vigili, and thank you for watching. We start the show this week with a gathering at a local restaurant. Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett recently visited with Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley and U.S. Labor Secretary Tom Perez at a restaurant in Montgomery County, where they made some burritos and promoted the need to raise the minimum wage across the country. My MC Media's Sonia Burke reports.
That's right, Lorna. There's no shortage of restaurants in Bethesda, and it was here where officials wanted to discuss the importance of raising the minimum wage nationally.
Good, man. Welcome home.
Governor Martin O'Malley, U.S. Secretary of Labor Tom Perez, and Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett recently visited Bolico in Bethesda to highlight the fact that the fast casual restaurant starts its employees at an hourly rate higher than minimum wage.
We start at $9. The average is $11.50.
During the lunch shift, the government officials went behind the counter at Bolico, where they rolled up their sleeves to make some burritos and some guacamole. That's where they also talked to employees about the issue of wages and benefits.
This is a great company, and this company understands that it's actually good for their business to do right by their employees.
Whether it be wages, whether it be bonuses that we provide, every single employee in this restaurant's available for a bonus. Transportation benefits that we provide, 401k match. So we look at it as what can we continue to do to improve their lives in the future.
People like Patrick, large big box companies like Costco, companies like The Gap, most recently IKEA, are demonstrating time and time again that you can do good and do well.
What we see here today is a prime reflection of the work that we've done at the state level, but also, more importantly, what the president and others are doing at the national level as it works to workers, their abilities to earn for their families.
Secretary Perez also thanked the governor and county executive for their leadership on minimum wage.
Since the president put his pedal to the metal on the minimum wage a little over a year ago, 13 states and the District of Columbia have raised their minimum wage. So many counties like Montgomery County and Prince George's County here in the nation's capital have done the same. And a recent study showed that in these states where you have seen raises in the minimum wage, you've seen job growth.
For County Report This Week, I'm Sonia Burke.
Parents of students entering 7th grade are reminded the new immunization requirements would require all incoming 7th graders to get 2 additional vaccinations. The county's Department of Health and Human Services will provide free Tdap and MCV4 vaccinations during the back-to-school fair on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The fair will be held at MCPS's Carver Educational Center in Rockville. Appointments are required and can be made online.
The county is offering many options as well, and those are free. Right now we are running small clinics at our county clinics, and on August 23rd we will have a large clinic at the Montgomery County Public Schools Back-to-School Fair.
For more information on the required vaccines, you may call 240-777-1550. At the Montgomery County Agricultural Fair, it was a rapid transit vehicle that took center stage outside the main gates. My MC Media's Krista Brick reports.
One of the main attractions at the Montgomery County Agricultural Fair wasn't the giant slide or even the farm animals. It was a rapid transit vehicle on display as an example of what might be on the county's roadways in the near future. The county is putting together a plan for a bus rapid transit system along the Corridor Cities Transitway from the Shady Grove Metro Station to Germantown and along Maryland 355 and Route 29.
I cannot tell you how important a bus rapid transit system would be for Route 29, not only to alleviate some of the current congestion, but even more importantly, to help us develop the east part of the county.
But it's not your ordinary bus. This vehicle can offer Wi-Fi and interior bike racks and can carry up to 100 people at a time.
We are going to do everything possible to move from planning to implementation, because this cannot just be a plan. This can't just be pretty pictures. And oh my goodness, these buses, they're not, if you will, your father's bus.
You know, at the end of the day, reliability. I mean, and that's what Bus Rapid Transit program will be about. I think what gets them on the bus is how it looks. What keeps them on the bus is reliability.
Councilmember Mark Elrich has been one of the major advocates for the program.
This gives us our best shot at building a system, not just a line, but a system that moves people from where they live to where they work and does it in an economically efficient and responsible way.
County Executive Isaiah Leggett told transit advocates the system is important for the county's future, especially in areas already planned for growth. He said the plan will take a mix of funding from state, local, and private developers.
What we hope to do is be able to get it started, be able to select a few routes and get those moving. And once we get it moving, once we get it started, once people see how easy and convenient it is, how cost effective it is, then it makes it easier for those later legs to be put into place much later on.
For County Report this week, I'm Krista Brick.
ARP will be offering a 4-hour smart driver course at the Davis Library on Tuesday, September 9th from 2 to 6 p.m. Participants will have an opportunity to tune up driving skills, learn safe driving strategies, and update knowledge of the rules of a road. Each student completing the class will receive a certificate. Some insurance companies operating in Maryland consider drivers who take the course qualified for reduced or discounted premiums. Space is limited and registration is required. For more information or to receive assistance to register, call the library at 240-777-0922. The Davis Library is located at 6400 Democracy Boulevard in Bethesda. When we come back, the school year is about to begin and the county's police department gives us tips on back-to-school safety. And we meet a local author who used to work for the feds. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Come for the wine and stay for the fun at the City of Rockville's Uncorked Wine and Music Festival on Saturday, August 23rd from noon to 6 p.m. in Rockville Town Center. Featuring more than 15 Maryland wineries, 2 stages of music with 6 performances, and 2 cooking demonstrations, Uncorked has it all. Grab your friends, neighbors, or a special someone and wind down your summer at the Uncorked Wine and Music Festival.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Silver Spring resident Fred Boeing spent much of his career as an attorney for the federal government, which involved a lot of writing. But when the opportunity to do something of a different sort came along, he took a swing at it and eventually hit a home run. Susan Kennedy has the story.
My son was getting to be about, I guess he was about 5 years old, and I was reading him sports books. And I wasn't happy with the sports books. And I thought, sports are really important to kids. And took some time off and wrote the first draft of TJ's Secret Pitch, which became my first book. And a couple of years later, I got a contract for that book. The books tend to be plot-driven. In other words, there has to be something going on. But I also like to work in sports history because I want to teach the kids something about the games that they play. The last thing, and I always tell adults, I said, don't tell the kids this, is I always have sort of a lesson in the book. And I'll say, well, this book is really about jealousy, or this book is about perfectionism. I just happen to use sports as the way to get those things across.
You also write a weekly column for the Kids Post on sports. Tell us how you got involved with that.
And they called me in because they knew about my books. And they sort of were saying, well, we'd like you to write it occasionally for the Kids Post. And I sort of surprised them. I said, well, I don't want to write for you occasionally. And they were surprised because everybody wanted to write for them. And I said, I want to write for you every week. I said, you don't have a columnist. And they said, I can be your columnist. And they said, well, what would you write on? And I actually reached into my pocket, and I came prepared. I was a lawyer. And so I gave them about 30, 40 ideas.
These were all thank you?
They were
These
all, yeah. This is actually from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I was up there at Hambright. Welcome to Hambright, Mr. Bowen.
Oh, so what is it about this, writing books and spending all your time traveling and you know, researching and working so hard? What is it about this that makes you so passionate about it?
Well, I mean, first of all, it isn't like it's a prison sentence. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's, I say to people, when you write books for 8 to 12-year-olds, I mean, you get to be 12 years old. Your books rock, you know?
That's great.
For 19 years, the Gaithersburg Germantown Chamber of Commerce has recognized the men and women who are sworn to protect and serve the Up County by hosting the Public Safety Awards ceremony and breakfast on the first day of the Montgomery County Fair. MyMC Media's Sonia Burke reports.
Over 200 people attended the 19th annual Gaithersburg Germantown Chamber of Commerce Awards ceremony to say thank you to the men and women who protect and serve the Up County every day.
You learn about the day-to-day heroism that we have in our police departments.
The Distinguished Service Citation was the first award, and it was presented to several city and county officers for their service earlier this year on a dispute call, where Gaithersburg police officer Chris Leach was injured when he went through a glass window.
A 2.5-inch by 2-inch deep laceration to my lower right back. I have a severed tendon, or had a severed tendon on my right wrist here, and then a severed tendon in my pinky. So, yeah. It could have been a lot worse, though. Could have been a lot worse. It was very close to my spinal cord and very close to my kidney.
He came back last month. He was out for 4 months after undergoing hand and back surgery for the injuries he sustained.
Officer Leach said the citation meant a lot, but it was more important for him to be at the ceremony to thank his fellow officers for their aid.
I really wanted to be here today to stand up here with the officers who treated me on scene. You know, this award's more about them than it is me.
That selflessness was evident over and over again at this ceremony, as dozens of officers and firefighters were recognized for their bravery and heroism.
Fire rescue work has always been dangerous work. It's always been dirty work. And that's never more true than the incidents we recognized here today at the Gaithersburg Germantown Chamber of Commerce. We're so appreciative of the commitment to public safety throughout Montgomery County and the ability to recognize our people for the extraordinary work they do every day.
For County Report this week, I'm Sonia Burke.
Here are some important tips for keeping our kids safe before and after school. Lucille Bauer from the Montgomery County Police Department joins us.
This is a time when you're talking with your kids about a lot of things, preparing them for a new grade, new teacher, perhaps new friends. But while you're talking about all those things, make sure you take some time to talk about the safety tips that are necessary. There are different safety tips if your child is walking to school, using a bus, riding a bicycle. So go over some of those best practices as simple as when you're crossing the street, looking left, right, and left again before you cross the street. When you're on the bus, being careful, listening to the bus driver, not engaging in roughhousing or activity that can get that driver off track as they're taking precious cargo to school. Riding bicycles, make sure they know the rules of the road and best practices for when to ride in the roadway, when you can ride on the sidewalk. Many times children are going to be left at home after school, so vitally important to go over those safety tips of how to call, when to call 911. Make sure they have your phone number to call at work. Make sure they know another relative's number to call if you're in a meeting and not available. Make sure they know their neighbors, have somewhere that they can go if they're concerned about their personal safety. Starting a new school year is an exciting time. Kids typically have some nervousness. You can help put that in check by going over a lot of safe practices with them.
There have been 4 drownings of minors thus far this summer in private pools throughout the county. The Fire and Rescue Department is engaged in an educational campaign to remind parents and caregivers to keep an eye on children while they are at the pool or near water.
Montgomery County definitely has been busy this summer in regards to near drownings and drownings throughout the county. Recommendations for the most part is definitely supervision, whether it's a private pool, private gathering, a public arena, definitely have supervision. Do not rely on any flotation devices for your child. Unfortunately, you know, the younger the child, the more supervision, but at the same time, that needs to be taken care of by the parent.
When we come back, Montgomery College makes an extra effort to come closer to the community. New offices open at county libraries. And we'll take you for a swing on treetops. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Be a part of the excitement at Montgomery County Public Schools Back to School Fair on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come out to the grounds of Carver Educational Services Center, 850 Hungerford Drive in Rockville. Ask questions of MCPS staff and learn more about community resources. Enjoy music, dance, prizes, and more. Find out more on our website. See you at the fair.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. A new Montgomery College Community Outreach Center will be opening soon at a library near you. A preview open house recently took place at the Gaithersburg Library.
The Gilchrist Center at the Gaithersburg Library was the setting for an open house for the community to learn about Montgomery College.
We are having our first open house here at the Gaithersburg Library. The college will be opening a community engagement center here at the library this fall. And so this event is to kind of kick off our activities here, let people know that we're going to be coming here in the fall, offering different classes and services here in the computer lab downstairs and in our offices upstairs.
The Montgomery County Office of Community Partnerships has joined Montgomery College in this effort to reach as many people as possible.
This is a great partnership that we have with Montgomery College, as we saw the resources from Montgomery College and the great establishment that Montgomery College is, with all the resources and classes that we have at the Gilchrist Center. It only makes sense for us to combine and work together.
Dr. Pollard would like for the Community Engagement Office to help the college be even more present in the community, even beyond where we are already. So having the engagement centers is just to be able to talk to people that maybe they're thinking about going back to school, but kind of meeting them halfway, giving them an opportunity to have a positive experience with people in the college and higher ed, and then bringing them on campus to do kind of a full-blown either credit or non-credit class.
An information session was also held for the Veterinary Assistance Program offered by Montgomery College. It's just one of many programs that help with training for a specific career.
The more that you know how to use a computer, the better equipped you will be when it comes to performing your day-to-day job, how to use Word, how to use Excel, speaking skills, or language skills. You know, it's all connected, and it will, at the end of the day, it benefits the student to better perform in a demanding workforce.
For more information, please visit cms.montgomerycollege.edu/open house. For County Report This Week from Montgomery College, I'm John Watson.
Now we'll go to Tom Pogue from the county's Department of Transportation for an update. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. Woodmont Avenue between Bethesda Avenue and Leland Street in downtown Bethesda is expected to partially reopen on or about August 22nd. Initially, there will be one lane of traffic in each direction. This segment of Woodmont has been closed since the spring of 2012 during redevelopment of 2 former county parking lots. The public-private partnership project is tripling the amount of public parking at the site to more than 940 spaces. When completed, the development will also have 2 residential buildings totaling 250 units, retail stores, and underground parking for tenants. Woodmont Avenue will be reconnected to Miller and Bethesda Avenues at both ends of the construction site. Restrictions prohibiting westbound traffic from entering Leland Street will remain, while minor adjustments will be made to Woodmont access from eastbound Leland. Due to safety concerns, pedestrian traffic will continue to be diverted around the job site. For more information, visit our website at montgomerycountymd.gov/mcdot. We're working to keep you moving.
Discovery Communications kicked off its popular Shark Week in downtown Silver Spring, and mascot Chumpy was out and about to meet the fans. Take a look.
I'm here because Discovery is awesome and they've brought this out to the community, so we came out with the kids to enjoy a little Shark Week. Who doesn't love Shark Week? King of summer since 1987. So I'm really excited for Shark Week this year. I've been a fan of sharks and Shark Week since I was a little kid, so when I heard they were doing a preview down here for downtown Silver Spring, I knew I definitely had to come, so this is where I came right after work.
I've always watched the Jaws movies. They really fascinate me. We come here every Friday night to listen to the music. Well, this is the first time we've come to Shark Week, and we really like sharks. And it's a lot of fun. It's here in our hometown.
Here again, it's the 27th year of Shark Week.
Wow!
It started in 1987. Who remembers 1987? Wow! This year, Shark Week has the most new shark shows of any year, so it's going to be the biggest, baddest, awesomest year yet.
Have you ever thought about having a treetop adventure? Now you can at Go Ape. Take a look.
Go Ape is an interactive treetop adventure course. We have 40 obstacles and 6 zip lines all up in the trees. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to go through the whole thing. We put you through about 45 minutes of training with an instructor, and then from there you're on your own to explore the rest of the course by yourself.
Are you guys excited?
We are.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
I haven't.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, I've done like some different rope sports and different obstacle things, but nothing like this.
So you have to be at least 10 years old and at least 4'7" to go on the course. So both of those are checked off, you're good to go. It's definitely for anybody of all ages, all skill sets. So what it is, the different crossings that you'll encounter, there's different bridges, tunnels, things we would call Tarzan swings, where you swing into a big cargo net. But at the beginning of each section, you climb up a rope ladder. Okay. So as long as you can climb the ladder, you can do the course. And then from there, you're faced with a few decision points, so you can pick a harder or an easier route. And then you're just kind of, it's self-paced, so no one's rushing you. You get to hang out up in the trees and conquer some obstacles.
Today I'm an instructor. Some days I'm a duty manager. And on my instructor days, I take people out on briefs and I teach them how to use the safety system, and then I send them on their way to have their adventure. Right now I'm just kind of following them around, patrolling and making sure that everything's okay. And they're up there by themselves making all of their own connections, which I think is neat. And I'm just kind of making sure that things flow.
Normally, I would say people come in groups of 2 to 4, sometimes larger than that. We also have groups of, 15, 20, 30 come out during the week for corporate events also.
It was really fun.
What did you like the best?
The last zip line.
I liked number 4. Number 4 is the hardest, but I liked the zip line. It was the tallest, and I think it was the longest one.
We definitely recommend booking ahead of time, especially for the weekends. This is our 5th year here, so we're getting really busy. So by booking ahead of time, you have your spot guaranteed. We ask you to arrive about 15 minutes early to fill out your paperwork, and we get you right down at your booking time. You can walk by, but we can't guarantee that you have a spot.
For more information, go to goape.com. Earlier this month, the City of Rockville's Police Department alerted residents of 2 black bear sightings. Over the summer, there have been several sightings in and around Montgomery County. According to the community alert, residents are asked to call police if they spot a bear, as there are numerous camps in the area. You can find out much more about black bears in Montgomery County on the Montgomery Parks website. When we come back, the city of Brookville will be celebrating the bicentennial of the Capitol for a day with a weekend full of festivities. And the city of Rockville's Wine and Music Festival is just around the corner. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Montgomery College students, we are looking for student bloggers to share their MC experience. Bloggers will post regularly to the college website. Apply online using the link on the montgomerycollege.edu front page. Applications are due August 16th. The Montgomery College Shuttle is on its way. The new bus will run between the Tacoma Park, Silver Spring, and Rockville campuses weekdays between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Shuttles begin on August 25th and are available to anyone with a current MC ID. Register now for the fall semester at Montgomery College. Classes begin August 25th, and there are hundreds of programs and courses to choose from. Register in person at any of our 3 campuses or online anytime, 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Vigili. The charming Quaker town of Brookville played a significant role in national history as United States capital for a day on August 26, 1814, during the British occupation of Washington. This year commemorates the bicentennial of that day when Brookville became the U.S. capital, when President James Madison and his staff sought refuge in Brookville during the British invasion. The historic town will be celebrating with a weekend-long event that will take place on Saturday, August 30th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Sunday, August 31st from noon to 6 p.m. We're still enjoying the days of summer, but it is time to start thinking about fall fun programs. And for that, the county's Department of Recreation has opened registration for programs and classes. As usual, there are hundreds of activities to help us enjoy a healthier and more active lifestyle. To view the fall guide or to register, visit montgomerycountynd.gov/rec or call 240-777-6840. To top off summer in the city, Rockville will hold its annual Uncorked Wine and Music Festival on August 23rd. Indulge in some of Maryland's finest wines as you enjoy musical entertainment and cooking demonstrations. Registration for wine tasting is $15 and open to those 21 and older. Admission is free for the live concerts and cooking demonstrations. For more information, visit this website. Now let's meet our pets of the week. Joining us now is Catherine Senzano from the Montgomery County Animal Shelter. Catherine?
Hi, I'm Catherine Senzano. I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator at the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center. We are the county's only open admissions shelter operated by the Montgomery County Department of Police. I'm in here in one of our canine showcase rooms with 2 of our smaller residents, Parker and Remy. Parker and Remy they're 7 and 10 years old. Unfortunately, they were brought in by an owner that was no longer able to provide care for them. Parker and Remy are available for adoption. If anybody is interested in finding out more information about them, they could either call the center at 240-773-5900, or they could visit our website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov.
And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We leave you today with some images from last Tuesday's storms, which brought some extra heavy rainfall to the Montgomery College campus, where folks made their way around the puddles. I'm Lorna Vigili, and thank you for watching.